Welcome back, investigators. I still love that thing.
Yeah,
all right, today, Tyler.
It's me.
And I, Kyle.
That's Kyle.
Yeah, are going to talk about the City of Archives. It's a little belated, but we're still here. We're still standing. We're still strong. So, this is a kind of a smaller pack, so this will be probably a shorter video, but there's some pretty cool cards in here.
Yeah.
So let's just get started with the card that's currently on screen. The M1918 Browning automatic rifle. Hey, you think I didn't know that, right?
That's
pretty sweet. But this card's pretty sweet. It's a 5-cost, 4-experience asset with a weapon and firearm trait. It's got 2 fisticuffs on it. It uses 8 ammo, and you spend 1 to 5 ammo to fight. So that would be why, because you only spend 5 ammo at once.
Yeah, okay.
But you get plus X fist for this attack. Instead of standard damage, this attack deals X damage, where X is the amount of ammo spent as part of the ability's cost.
Those jerks putting
limitations
caps on how
yeah.
much damage we can
They'll put a card out that's like extended magazine, and like then they'll be like, you can spend extra 3 ammo on any card that lets you spend ammo. That'd be cool. But anyway, this card's pretty sweet right off the bat. It's kind of expensive, but I think the whole idea is that you get to choose how much damage you want to do.
Yeah, I thought this was an interesting card because it's expensive. It's 5 cost, which is more than a regular gun. It's 4,
but only a little, right?
Yeah, but and then it's 4 XP, which is the same as the Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're just spending 1 ammunition, it's really no better than just a normal gun.
Yeah, it doesn't deal extra damage. It just deals damage. So like, you wouldn't get the +1 that most guns give you. It's just like if you spend 1, you get 1 and get +1. So which is an interesting differentiator between other guns. Because like the 45, it gives you +1 damage for your attack, right? This one just deals 1 damage for the attack, which is kind of cool, interesting. But you're basically right. It's worse than a gun.
+1 attack.
No,
this
attack deals that much damage. It's like a replacement effect.
Deals X damage.
Yeah, what if you only spend 1? It's only 1 damage.
Right, you're +1 damage.
But if you spend that's not what this says though. It says deals X damage. So this one says attack deals +1 damage.
Right, because you're spending the 1, and so you're getting +X
on the
damage.
45.
No, on the bar.
The bar
So
deals as much
your
damage
base.
as you spend ammo, and that's it. There's no base.
You're dealing your base. Wouldn't that? Yes.
No, because it doesn't say plus. Trust me, I'm right. He's wrong.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying that because look at the verbiage, because it says +1 damage. So this attack deals +1 damage.
Okay.
This one's replacing the effect of the 1 damage, which in the case is right. You're right, because it's worse than a standard gun if you only spend 1 ammo. Trust me.
That's fair.
Talk about it in the comments. Talk about how we fought for 10 minutes on that card. But yeah, so like I agree with you. Like if you're just gonna, and it costs 2 hands too, which like kind of sucks because you can't unless you have a bandolier.
Yeah, and it costs 2 hands. So according to Kyle, it's worse than the gun. I feel
if you spend 1 ammo.
I feel that's not the spirit of the card.
No, it's not either. I agree.
But yeah, it's worse. It's worse than a gun. So you have to be spending more ammo to even make it better than a gun.
But at that point, it's like, I mean, 2 ammo. But I just like the idea that you can spend as much as you want to deal damage, right? Because you get the exact. You don't have to worry about like attacking twice and overkilling and things like that. I think it's cool that you can say, well, that thing has 4 health. Okay, I'm gonna spend 4, and then you still like you kill it. One action kill.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that. I overall think it's better than a lot of the other guns, but.
Yeah,
it's hard to be better than like 45 because
it definitely has more damage output, and you want to use it on bigger things. And
combined with cards like Marksman and things like that could be really cool.
Yeah.
You can get, since it starts with 8 ammo, things like extra ammunition, custom ammunition. That could be cool too. I didn't think about that. Custom ammunition would make it deal base +1 damage.
Yes.
And then contraband, which could be cool because if you play contraband, you can make it 16 ammo. Yes. Which is insanity, because then you get like 3 5 attacks, or so on and so forth.
And like cards like Venture,
yep.
And extra ammunition, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you can use support cards to beef it up.
I think this would be cool in Leo's deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you can. It's like this card is nice because it lets you optimize your actions, I think.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
with cards that support it, like Venture, especially in Leo, since you can have like 2 at the same time.
Yeah.
You could just be like, spend 2, put 2 back on it.
Yeah.
Bada boom, bada bing. But yeah, I'm a fan. I like it. All right. Ancient Stone. So there's 2 upgraded Ancient Stones in this one. This Ancient Stone is the Knowledge of the Elders. It's 2 cost, 4 experience, 2 book, and it's an item relic. So if you like relic as a keyword, then you can use this in your decks that have relic stuff. It says you can only include this asset by upgrading it from an Ancient Stone undefined, and only if you have identified the stone in your campaign log. So unlike other kind of unidentifieds, like if you do the mysterious, what is it called? Is it mysterious concoction formula?
Unidentified concoction.
Like you can. Oh Jesus,
that wasn't it.
But that one doesn't say that you have to upgrade from it. It just says you can only put it in if that's the case. So that's an interesting differentiation because it means that like this one, you already have to have that card in your deck. So if you didn't put it in to begin with, you'd have to spend XP to put it in, and then you'd have to upgrade it, unlike the other kind of unidentified cards. But it says uses X secrets, where X is the number of parentheses next to the you have identified the stone. So the original card says plus the location gets +3 shroud, and if you succeed, discover an additional clue, and then write down you've uncovered the stone or you've identified the stone, and put in parentheses the value of the test. So the harder your test on the original Ancient Stone, the more charges you get on these stones that we're about to talk about. And finally, the Knowledge of the Elders says when you draw any number of cards, spend that many secrets to deal that much damage to an enemy at your location. It costs a stone. Or a hand.
Yeah.
It's cost a stone.
I think this is a pretty great card for Seekers. I mean,
yeah.
Because location was 0. I mean, at base you get 3 secrets, and that's 3 damage they can do, which is pretty good for a Seeker. It gives them a way to do damage.
Yeah, and like the fact that you can. I like that anytime something adds a. Oh no, I'm sorry, I was wrong. You do have to upgrade the Strange Solutions the same way, but it's nice because it adds things onto normal things you want to do.
Yeah.
Like anytime that's a case, that's fine. And the cool part is that you can do as a reaction as much damage as you draw cards. So if for some reason you draw like an insane amount of cards, you can deal an insane amount of damage instead of having to do like 1 per, right?
Yeah.
Some of the other cards that do stuff like this are like whenever you draw a card, when you draw any number of cards, spend a clue and do 1 damage, as opposed to this, which is like a super powerful. If you're drawing cards, you do a lot. It's cool.
Yeah.
We don't grade on this, do we? Do we usually grade cards?
No, I think we've done that once.
Okay, let's not do that again.
It got a 0 because it had a strange name.
All right, the next one we have is another Ancient Stone. It's the same experience and value and item, blah, blah, blah. And has everything is the same except for the fact that it's got 2 brains.
2 brains.
And then it says, when you draw any number of cards, spend that many secrets to heal that much horror from a card at your location. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. You can heal horror from allies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty nice. I'm not as big a fan of this as the other one because there's other cards that can heal horror.
Mm-hmm.
Not as fast.
Yeah, if you're focused on drawing cards, it can be cool to like like Death by 1,000 Cuts, but in reverse, where you're healing 1,000 times because you draw a card every turn. You draw a card every turn anyway, so you could be healing investigators once per turn or whatever. Yeah. If you're doing that kind of thing. But you have to think about the people who can have 4 experience worth of Seeker cards, and I mean, it's basically only Seekers I can think of at this point. It's so only Seekers could ever use this card. Yeah. So, I don't know. Is there a Seeker healing build that we don't know about? I don't know. We don't know about it.
There might be. There are a lot more creative people than us.
Yes. All right. Our next one's called Slip Away. Slink Away. It's a 2-cost event with a book and a foot. It's a trick. Turning tricks.
Trixie Rose.
It's an evade action. And it says, add your books to your skill value for this evasion attempt. If you succeed by 2 or more, the evaded enemy is not elite. It does not ready during its next upkeep phase. It's a picture of a Gigantosnake.
It's very, very thematic for this set.
Right? Right. They're really on the nose there.
How'd you feel about this one? Because I was like, books and rogues.
It's good with Finn.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of just meh. It's no zero experience, so you don't have to play it in just rogue. I just don't like that it costs two money. Like I don't know. It feels like a lot to me. I think it's cool. Like you can keep something exhausted. Like this is good against hunters, like for show.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so like if you're doing like the catacombs and like La Carcosa, or what we just did last time, which was like in the cave in the Heart of the Elders.
Yeah.
Like it could be really good.
Getting hunted by super angry snakes.
And actually this card might be better in this specific campaign or scenario or whatever. This cycle, I guess.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things that you don't really want to kill that are non-elite that give vengeance. Like a basilisk or a boa constrictor that you might be able to like slip away from them, and then they just don't do anything for a few turns, which is kind of fun. And this card in Finn can actually be really good because it keeps enemies exhausted, so you get bonuses on your skill tests and stuff. So that's, I don't know. I mean, I think it's cool.
This is probably be a good Leo card, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he could use it, and he's a rogue, or he can use rogue cards.
So he'd be at low feet, but his books would make up for that. You saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
He has 3 books. And he can run away from small snakes.
So this is interesting to me. I think that you can use this card as Finn's additional action because it can only be used to evade, meaning that you can only use evade actions. So that's an interesting thing I never thought about with Finn, is that this can be one of your extra actions, I believe, because since the card is evading.
Okay.
But I don't really know. Let's see what the FAQ says. Wall of text. So capable. 4 books. 3 fists. 4 feet. Okay. Well, I think you can do it, and I'm going to keep playing that way until someone tells me I'm wrong.
Very bold strategy.
Our next card is called...
this is a very, 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 very person-specific card.
Yeah. I think it could be... but I do like that it's 0 XP, which means that, like, a bunch of people can have it, which I think can make it better than we think. Because you could put it in, like, anyone's deck, almost, that can use rogue.
Yeah, basically any rogue person.
Any Dunwich Cycle person, or any, like, who's the first phase? You can have rogue cards. It's, not Wendy, right? Wendy can't have rogue cards, can she?
Yeah, she can.
Whoa, maybe Wendy can use it.
I believe she can.
Okay.
I think she's Survivor rogue.
But there's just enough people that can, like, benefit from adding books to their feet to run away that it could be cool. But as I'll comment on the end, there's, like, this pack feels very specific to a certain type of play. But Playday is the next card. It's a 0 cost 1 experience card that's illicit and fated. I guess everybody's going to get paid someday. So it's a fate. But you gain 1 resource for each action you perform this turn, including this one. If this is your turn, end your turn. So it's interesting to me. So if you play it fast...
You don't need to use a...
Let's see.
Oh, yes, you do.
You know, well, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, you don't need to use an action? And I'm like, wait, I should read the cards. And
so, action's interesting because you can... So, it doesn't say... It's just any action, right? So, there's, like... This is interesting to me. So, you can... If you take, like, a bunch of fast actions, do you get a bunch of extra money? Like... You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. That would be that's an interesting ruling. We'd have to look that up.
Yeah, I'm like.
But I don't know if we have time to dive into this.
But I want to.
Really.
All right, yeah, you're right. So action. There are lots of things that are actions. Investigate, move, draw, resource, play, an event, activate, fight, engage, and attempt to evade. So, like, I don't know where it's going to go there.
You can take, like, an endless number of fast actions.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're, like, are they truly actions?
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments, because I don't want to keep looking this up while we're talking. But there's some really cool things you can do here to get money, but I don't know if they're just better than just playing other cards to get money. Like,
Right.
cool. I mean, if
Yeah.
you do it right, you get 3 on regular, no
Yeah,
pimped out
on a
terminal.
regular, yeah. But you could just play a emergency cache or whatever and get 3.
And that would be 1 action for 3, and then you get your other 2 actions. So at the very base level, emergency cache is probably better than this.
Yeah. So
Or it's just the same as this. So if you upgrade emergency cache, it immediately becomes better because
Yeah.
you can do other things.
yeah,
And the upgraded emergency cache is like,
draw a card
Yeah.
or do something else.
yeah,
There's another different kind of emergency cache.
yeah, the one that lets you put stuff on things. But that one's an extra experience to do, but you do get to draw a card. So I don't know, maybe that's an argument for it. But if you do combo this in, you can get a bunch of experience.
Yeah.
People are talking about using things like Finn's Evade and Leo DeLuca and Quick Thinking and the Derringers to get like 7 actions in a turn, and at the end of your turn you play this with Alyssa, or you play this with Fence and get 7 for free, and it's like, wow, well that works, but is it like part of a natural flow of that deck?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, yeah. This is definitely you're building around this.
It doesn't have any symbols on it, which sucks.
Yeah.
Which means that it's just dead in your hand.
It has the money symbol.
The symbol of money. I want to see. I don't know that I want to play the deck that has to do that because it would break my head. It'd make me hurt.
Well, you're gonna have to when we make our action deck, our Action Jackson
That's
decks.
a good point. When we finally do that Action Jackson thing. All right, our next card is called Sacrifice. It's a 0 cost 1 experience event with a brain symbol or a head symbol in it. It's a ritual, and it says discard a mystic asset you control, then draw 3 cards or gain 3 resources or any combination thereof. And the first step is the hardest, Tyler.
Oh yeah, that does make sense.
You should have put like a human on there instead of a goat.
Because that's probably what you'd be sacrificing.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Arcane Initiate, you're up. Get me those 3 resources.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about that because you could use it. Oh my god! What? You could use it to get your spell and then sacrifice that mojo.
Yeah.
And then the doom goes away.
Yeah.
Oh my glob. That on top of the fact that I was already thinking about it being cool to just recycle bad spells that you'd used, or like maybe something that doesn't have any charges left. This card is probably one of the best cards in this pack.
I think this is probably my favorite card.
It adds so much utility to a Mystic player. Because, like, half the time I'm playing Mystic, I'm like, well, I don't have a spell. I guess I'm not doing anything. And so if you could just, like, play a thing, sacrifice it to draw 3 cards, even if it's just, like, a rosary, you still get 3 cards or 3 resources. Dude, it's so good.
Yeah, I think this is probably, like, the most solid card in sort of any format, group or solo play.
All right, our next one's called Crystalline Elder Sign. Yeah, it's like a jazz song. It's like something that Jim Culver would sing. I heard that Crystalline Elder Sign.
That's pretty good.
Thanks. It's got a question mark and 3 cost and 3 experience. It's an item, it's relic, and it's blessed, so Matteo can have it, even though he could already have it. And seal the +1 or the Elder Sign. So it just basically says seal the +1. Unless you're playing a deck that really doesn't like the Elder Sign.
That's possible. There are a few investigators where it's just not worth it to have an Elder Sign.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Or like maybe you just want to not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Get the +1 for everything. So you get +1 foot, brain, book, and head. And it says priceless in every sense of the word.
Yeah. I think this is more of a solo card than a group
100%.
Group card.
Because if you do it in a group, you're taking away good tokens from. Like if we did this in our group right now.
Yeah.
We take away the 1 positive token in the bag.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like... And like, I mean, yeah, so this is totally a solo card, but, I mean, it's not... Is it better than, like, Key of Yith or like, just Dark Horse or something like that? I think it's better than Dark Horse because it's less conditional. But I don't know if it's better than Key of Yith. But it's still cool.
No, probably not, but it's definitely... It's cheaper. So I maybe put it in earlier, and then maybe
change it out with Yes later.
Go to Yes, later.
But see, this one, I think you're right. This one is cool because, like, think about it. So if we say it's a better solo card, there's not a lot of other things that a Mystic can use to do this, right? To get, like, +1 for all their stats.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it seems cool.
Yeah, I like it. It's probably my second favorite card.
Whoa!
In
I think the bar is my
set.
second favorite card. I just like it so much.
Yeah.
It's a really cool looking gun. And I learned that it was called Browning Automatic Rifle, which means I'm attached to it.
Oh, nice. Did you like look that up on the internet? Or...
It just said it on the card.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I'm a cheater. All right, so the last one's called On Your Own. It's a 3 experience asset with a brain on it, single brain. It's a talent. It says limit 1 per investigator. It says discard on your own if you control an asset that takes up an ally slot. So, don't play this in a deck that wants to run allies. And it says as a reaction when you play a survivor event, exhaust on your own and reduce that event's cost by 2. And I don't know how I feel about this card. Because
I thought you would have. You're the survivor expert.
Well, I just don't know, I'm not sure. I mean, okay, so let's take it for what it is right now.
I feel it's pretty good. You only lose the aid of Peter Silvestre. He's the big man on campus. But
sure, okay. So,
really
or
good.
Keisha or Yisha or whatever.
And then it just saves you so much cash. So much cash.
2 a turn. Yeah, okay. I think that's true. And then I'm just trying to think about the events, at least. Let's say Calvin, right? I'm playing Calvin now. Okay. I have reference to that deck. There's probably an event or 2 that I would be able to play with this for free. But I would only want this if it was a permanent, not if it was something I had to play. Because there's a lot of other things I want to do with my actions in a game, and this isn't one of them. And I'm just not sure that saving 2 money is worth it yet, because I've never been in a place where I'm like, well, I wish I had 2 money. But I think if you built around this card, if you built a survivor deck for solo or 2-player, it would be really good. Because that is when you'd want to save more money. Because you don't have as many people to help you with stuff. In my opinion. And that's what I think about it. I just formulated that thought right now. It's an original. Copyrighted.
Oh, okay.
Okay, how do you feel about it?
That's
Mr. Not Survivor Expert, apparently.
That's fair. I think it'd be good in Wendy's deck. She plays lots of events,
yeah.
Constantly all the time.
Yeah, and you could see if you could combine this with I don't keep saying that, but in a low investigator game, combine this with Lone Wolf and get some extra money, so that way you never have to worry about stuff.
I don't know if you have Lone Wolf, you basically have money forever. Once I have Lone Wolf, I have all the money all the time.
That's true. That's what I mean. Then is wouldn't you just play Lone Wolf over this if you could?
I don't know. Lone Wolf takes up 2 spots.
2 spots?
2 spots in your deck.
Oh well, this would take up 2, right?
Well, yes, true. True that. Double true.
I just don't
Lone Wolf
see
doesn't let you play events for cheaper.
That's true. And you can't have 2 of them out, even though it's non-unique, because it's limit 1 per, so you can't do 2 reductions a turn.
And all Lone Wolf does is get you money, just saves you the money.
There are apparently some crazy combos here on ArkhamDB, but this card's very powerful when added to the combo of Will to Survive, True Survivor, and Resourceful. So Will to Survive is until the end of the turn you do not reveal Chaos tokens. Return 3 and 8 skill cards from your discard pile, and then you can choose every time you have a successful test, you can choose a resource and put it into your thing. What does this have to do with On Your Own? Oh, because it reduces the 7 cost combo to a 3 cost combo. Weird. I don't. Again, me. But this is a cool scenario, though. I'm excited to play when we do, because you get to play as Yethians, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what happens if I can't be Calvin.
You have actual hit points and sanity now?
Oh, I have enough trauma that's a thing. So, we decided recently that we're going to go to Arkham Knights, so you guys will see us there if you're going to Arkham Knights.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Yeah.
So, if you like us or whatever, come say hi. If you don't like us, then just don't say anything and leave us alone, because we're really socially awkward.
That's good advice.
But yeah, we're excited to see everybody there. Excited to get some cool swag. I'm really interested to see, because they're doing that design a card thing. Did you read about that?
I did, yes.
That will be really cool, because basically we'll get a card. And it's my first Arkham Knights, and it's right over my birthday-ish, kind of. So I'm just super stoked for it. Yeah. How about you, Tyler? Do you feel about Arkham Knights?
I think it's going to be great. I'm going to ask them to make a bar where they do +1 damage when you spend...
An upgraded bar.
Yeah. Does plus damage when you spend an ammo. It's going to be so cool.
They're going to be like, please, sir. Please just leave.
Please
And
leave.
I guess it shows at random too, so like I'm gonna laugh if like my girlfriend Amy, if she gets like a thing and she goes in there and is like, what's going on?
What's the card?
Make a Mint Typhon card. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you hate or don't like, and let us know what you do like. And we'll see you next time. Also, let us know if anything is bad that we said today, because frequently and often we're wrong.
Yeah, there was a lot that was probably wrong today, like the bar thing, the whole bar incident, of 2018.
What happens when Tyler and Kyle walk into a bar?
Nice.
Are you going to say something?
That was a good one. No.
Oh, okay.
See you next time, investigators.
Bye.